Hi, Matthew. Thank you so much for talking to us tonight.
Great. It's great to be here. Thanks for asking me.
An absolute pleasure. Everybody, this is Mathew Jacobson. Matthew has been on the board for about a year and a half, and he is talking with us today to give us an update on what the Shalom Board of Directors has been working on so diligently over the past year. But first, Matthew, so we can learn a little bit about you, would you tell us your Shalom story and how you ended up on the board?
Sure. I came to Shalom for the first time about 2.5 years ago, going through a particularly difficult time in my life. Unsurprisingly, I think a lot of people wind up Shalom the first
Okay.
time going
Common
through
thread.
a difficult time in their life. And I really felt like I found a lifeboat there and I went back a lot. It was really helpful to me and helped me get through some really difficult times and find some new tools and work through some difficult stuff. And after about a year of that, someone found out that I had a lot of experience in nonprofit organizations. I've been working with and for nonprofits for about 25 years, and asked me to see if I could apply those skills by joining the board. And I'd been looking for ways that I could help give back to Shalom and help Shalom continue and help it do its work, see what I could give. I cook there sometimes, which is one of my ways of supporting, but I thought that bringing my experience to the board was another way that I could help serve.
That is wonderful. Yeah, your secret got out and
Yes. Never let the system know that you are of use to
that's that's right.
it.
Well, I'm so happy that we get to benefit from your years of experience. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a few things that the board is particularly proud of this year, the work you've accomplished?
Yeah, well, the board's done a lot of work this year. Not just the board, but the Shalom community at large. There's a pro justice team that's been working on really agitating to get Shalom to be more open and more inclusive. And one of the things that you'll notice about Shalom is I think it's a tremendously welcoming place to all kinds of people, but it is largely a white institution in terms of both its clientele and the trainers and the staff. And it's something that we're really looking to make it more diverse and more open and more welcoming. And in order to do that, I think we had to take a hard look at the things that we don't know. We don't know. It's easy to see the things that we don't know, but there are things that we don't know. We don't know, and there's a danger of bringing more people into this community without first taking a look at ourselves. And we are continuing to be welcome and welcome others, but we really want to look at some of our behaviors and some of the things that we didn't know that we were doing that might make it uncomfortable for other people to attend. So working with the pro justice team, we brought in some outside auditors to do an audit on our diversity, equity, and inclusion, and to see where those issues were and how we were doing and where our blind spots were. And they did a really thorough review. Some of it was really uncomfortable to read, but I think that we have to face difficult truths if we want to grow. And I think that the whole community is really committed to growing. So that'll be going out to the public at large, or not the public at large, but to the community at large in the coming months. Right now, we're kind of working on the recommendations, doing some diversity, equity, and inclusion training for the staff, so that we can and the trainers, so we can make it a more inclusive and a more welcoming place, and to work on bringing in a more diverse community.
That's awesome.
And
Great.
this is, it's just the beginning of a long process. It's going to be, it's going to take some time, but we're starting, and I feel like we're off on a really good foot.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We know a little bit about trusting the process
There
at
you
Sharp.
go.
Um, and then I also noticed that there was some work on the grievance policy had been updated. Could you tell us a
Yeah,
little?
well, the grievance policy, it's some of the main recommendations that we got
Mhm.
when we did our audit were to have training for the staff, to and also to have a policy where if people feel that they were wronged in some way, whether it's minor or major, that there's a way that they could bring it to the community and have policy that was clear, accountable, and transparent, so that people knew what they needed to do, that there would be accountability and transparency in terms of making sure that things are reviewed and that these concerns are taken seriously, so that people can express when they're unhappy, and we can do our best to address those circumstances and make sure they don't happen again.
That's great. That sounds really good. I'm so excited to see all of this unfold in the future. And I appreciate your hard work and your effort and attention that you give to our community.
Well, thank you. It's an honor to be able to serve.
Awesome. Thank you so much,
Great.
Matthew.
Thank
For your
you.
take care.
Great. Bye-bye.